Okay, it's Saturday, April 6th, and we're getting our canoe out from its winter storage. We're going to go paddling on the Humber River. So we're at my Aunt Jane's place here, where the canoe lives for the winter. And, yeah, we're going to see if it survived all the ice and snow. I hope it did. Well, it's still on its little stand that I made. I was really surprised.
So we're at the Humber River at Kings Mill Park near Old Mill Station, and it's actually still insanely full of ice here, so it's impossible to even really walk over, let alone portage a heavy canoe down to the shore, and the banks are super high thanks to the ice. So we're kind of abandoning the thought of canoeing here, and we're gonna check out one of the boat ramps further down the river and see if we can maybe put in there and do a shorter paddle, because unfortunately we just can't get in here. And we ran into another pair of paddlers who were trying the same thing, and they said that they couldn't get in the water either. So rather than try something kind of stupid and dangerous, we're just gonna go somewhere with more solid ground where we can access the river a little bit more easily this early in the season.
Okay, so we tried to put in the canoe up near Bloor at Old Mill, but there's way too much ice, huge ice chunks that were just broken off and along the riverbank, and it's super muddy, so there was no way we could put in over there. But thanks to the Toronto Adventures interactive map, we saw that this boat ramp was here, and it's for a perfectly clear access to the river, so we're going to put in right here.
Alright, so we're finally on the Humber River. We were able to get in no problem, and we're paddling south now down the river. It's nice and quiet. The current isn't too strong or anything, so it should be a pretty calm paddle unless things really pick up further down the river.
Paddle into this marsh. It wasn't far downriver from where we put in, and there's tons of birds in here. Mostly a lot of red-winged blackbirds, but we saw a pair of geese. We've seen some wood ducks and some mallard ducks as well. Paddled the length of the Humber River, and we're just under the GARDINER Expressway right now, coming to the mouth of the river in Lake Ontario. And there are lots of people out walking around, riding their bikes, but it seems like we're really the only ones on the water here, which is kind of cool. And the lake looks pretty foggy, so you can't actually tell that it's a lake out there, but it's still kind of cool to be down here and to have paddled to the end of the river. So now we just have to paddle all the way back up.
So we finished our first paddle of the spring and our first time on the Humber River. I definitely think it was a great urban paddling experience. We saw the CN Tower from our canoe. We paddled under the GARDINER Expressway. We saw the TTC, the Via Rail, and the GO train. So I think that's all 3 trains that go through Toronto. And we saw all sorts of wildlife too. I mean, from the birds to a little beaver even. So the Humber River is a great river to paddle. We'll definitely come here again.